Next one is the tubular reabsorption and secretion at loop of Henle. So loop of Henle reabsorption is very less but important in maintenance of the medullary concentration, because up to here above part is cortex and below part is comes under the medulla. So medullary fluid concentration is maintained by these loop of Henle only. For example, if you take the descending limb of loop of Henle, so descending limb of Henle is permeable to the water. Electrolytes are highly impermeable. Here descending limb of loop of Henle, if you consider, it is impermeable to the electrolyte, permeable to the water. Very, very important. Whereas ascending limb of loop of Henle, if you consider, here it will be impermeable to the water, permeable to the NaCl. That means whatever the concentrated urine is formed here, while it is moving into the medulla, it is becoming highly concentrated because removing of the water. Salts will be present like that only. Water is removing, that's why the urine is becoming concentrated while it is moving into the medulla. Again here, while it is moving ascending loop of Henle, while it is moving at the thin ascending loop of Henle, passively NaCl will be absorbed because it is very thin. Whereas thick ascending loop of Henle, here NaCl is absorbed by active by using the energy. While the urine whatever is formed here, it is concentrated. While it is moving upward, electrolytes are removed, it is becoming dilute. So very dilute urine is formed whenever it is reached to the digital convoluted tubule. In digital convoluted tubule, sodium, chloride, water and calcium, potassium, all those will be absorbed just like PCT only. But here they are absorbed by the action of ADH and vasopressin. Antidiuretic hormone, vasopressin, when they are acting, NaCl is absorbed, more amount of the water will be absorbed. Like it is absorbed more amount of the water by the action of ADH only with the different mechanisms is called the facultative water reabsorption, because if they are not there, absorption of water will not be takes place. That means it requires the ADH and vasopressin. That's why it is called the facultative water absorption. Prior PCT the absorption is obligatory, but here facultative, and here regularly absorption will be takes place. That's why it is called the conditional absorption. They are unregular. That's why that is called the mandatory. Here it is the conditional absorption will be takes place in the DCT. Next come to the collecting dust. In collecting dust, most of the water will be absorbed and urine is becoming concentrated. Here also same method. ADH is acting to absorbing the more amount of the water. But here the main point here is urea is absorbed. Urea is entered into the ascending limb of loop of Henle to maintaining the osmolarity of the medulla. Medullary fluid concentration should be maintained by the NaCl and urea. These two are maintaining the medullary osmotic concentration. We studied in detail in the counter current mechanism. So here you remember most of the reabsorption takes place at the PCT. So all of the 80% will be absorbed here only. And next, loop of Henle is helpful for maintaining the concentration of salts and water. Descending loop of Henle is impermeable to the electrolyte, permeable to water. Ascending is permeable to the electrolytes, impermeable to the water. Thin ascending loop is absorb the salts by passive. Thick is absorbed by the active with the energy. And here absorption of the water takes place at the DCT is facultative because Antidiuretic hormone vasopressin. If these hormones are acted, then only water absorption will be takes place. Same thing is happening in the collecting ducts also. Here also ADH is acting to absorb the water. But the main difference here is urea is absorbing. Urea is absorbing and moving through these thick ascending and collecting duct. It is maintaining the medullary fluid concentration. To maintain the medullary fluid concentration, urea is absorbing at the collecting ducts. Similarly, here NaCl also placing the main role while at the loop of Henle. These two are helpful for maintaining the concentration of medulla during the formation of urea. So tubular reabsorption secretion will be completed from here. So this is the PCT, DCT, how the absorption will be takes place. Here it is mandatory, here it is conditional, here it is obligatory, here it is a facultative.